So hi everyone, and today I'm gonna show you how to make a automatic door. So as you can see, this is the first automatic door I ever made, and it's pretty old, probably around 4-5 months old. It's part of history at this point. And as you can see, it barely has anything to show for it. And yeah, this was the first design. I made it up on the spot, and it hasn't been touched since. So how did I exactly make this? Well, it's actually pretty simple. So right here there's a fading part, and there's push blocks right here, and when I activate the fading part, it'll drop the push blocks onto a conveyor. And then when the fading part comes back, it'll push the push blocks into these respawn parts, which will put them back to its original position. And yeah, this is a pretty good way to make an automatic door. What if you don't like the automatic closing part, where it just automatically closes, not smooth? Well, here's some more doors I want to show. Now I showed this in another video, but I'll get to show you how I made this design. It's a pretty cool design as well. Well, look at this one right here. This is the fading part. It fades and then it drops. And yeah, it does the same teleport thing. But this other one right here is a little bit different, as it actually drops down, and it's a garage door. Now there's better designs for this, but this was the first one I made. And currently it's breaking. That's not very good. Yeah. Things break with time, I think. Well, yeah, it's supposed to move up, but it isn't. And then here's one of my code doors, and the code is 315. Oh, I got it wrong. Never mind. 316. I'll have to reset. I forgot. Let me do that quickly. 316. Okay, that's nice. So as you can see, this one is a smooth slide. So how do you make that? Well, here I'm gonna show you how. Let me create another segment where I can show you how I made it. Now first you need a frame so the push block doesn't just slide out. But before that, we need a conveyor. Now you can make this conveyor as big as you want, but I'll make it 2 sets wide. Now put it flush to the ground, just like so. Now double its length in this direction right here, and you should get, yeah, that. Okay. Now make a frame, and I'll skip back when I finish this. Okay, I'm finishing up with the frame, and yeah, this is pretty boring. But let me talk about a little bit more about doors. Doors are just very cool. They're like the 2x2 piston doors of Roblox. And unlike Minecraft, you can actually have scripts. But since this is Obby Creator, we can't exactly have scripts. So we're gonna have to rely on this. Now, I am aware that you can in fact use moving parts instead of push blocks. But it's a little bit cooler to do with push blocks. At least I think so. Now there is several types of sliding doors, so I'll cover them all in this video. Now, we're actually not going to cover this right now. We're going to keep that open for now. Now we're going to put the push block, and this is probably the easiest step. Okay, then you want a dark gray like that. A metal, I don't know. Okay, that looks cool. Now it just opens, but it doesn't open automatically. So what you need is a fading part, and this part is also pretty easy. So you want to put a fading part just like that into the ground, and then you want to put it under the conveyor. Now you also want to put it just like that, a little bit up, and then just like that, and then you want to separate it. Now remember, this is going to be transparent, but I'm going to keep it on. Now you want to make this fade immediately and after 3 seconds, I would say. Yeah, it might be a little bit annoying to work around, but it's necessary. So great, it automatically opens now. Now how do we make it close? Now this is the sort of fun part. It's a little bit challenging, but once you get the right angle, it's pretty cool to just mess around with. So after you put in the fading part, you want to put an upside down conveyor and tilt it at exactly 2 degrees. I mean 1 degree. So if you can do that, look at that. Now after that, this is a little bit of a tricky part, but it will work pretty well. So you want to put a fading part just like so. And then you want to put a button after that. After you put this button, you want to connect it to the conveyor, and I would put it at 3 just to be a little bit safe. Now you want to make this disappear, and then you want to lower it a little bit so it just pushes the push block. Oh yeah, I forgot to make it activated by push blocks. Let me do that quickly. Now when you hit this, it will hit the button and it will spawn in the conveyor and push it in immediately. And that's how you make an automatic sliding door. Now this design is pretty cool and I like it a lot because it's pretty compact and it can fit anywhere. Now you can make this fading part transparent, and there you got your own automatic sliding door. There is a little bit of clipping and you can just fix this by making it a little bit smaller. No worry. Just like that, you got a nice sleek automatic sliding door. Now what can we learn from this? Sometimes the solution is a little bit more precise than you actually think. And yeah, this is a pretty hard thing to accomplish. And as you can see, it can break. So don't put full faith into this design. Give it a little bit of leeway. But other than that, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, I actually have one more design to show. This one right here. Now this design isn't the best, but I know there is a one better one. So let's design a door right here, right now. Let me put it over here, okay? So how do we exactly make a fading part and then push it up? Well, what was I thinking was that when the fading part activates, it'll push it back and then it will I'll bring it up. Now there's much better ways to do this now, as that one was created a very long time ago. So let's see how we can do this. Let's get a frame. I guess we can copy the frame over here. And I'm planning on making like a really cool door. I'll post that maybe on Tuesday. And I've been thinking about doing a second channel because my upload schedule is very free. And I feel like I need to upload a little bit more. I'll make a poll in the community post so you can decide on whether or not I should make more content. In that case, I'll just post videos whenever I can. Now, I'm still trivial whether or not I should post like a lot of content, and I've seen people like post like a lot of small content, basically being like a content farm, and they get a lot of views for it. And I don't know if that's the way to go. I'm not really here for the money. I'm more of a teacher than anything else, a guy who knows way too much about this game, and maybe sharing a little bit to you. So right here we have our door, and now we need to put in the push block. Let's copy this one over here, and yeah, we got it. Now when it that's not cool. What happens? It just went through. Yeah, sometimes you will encounter issues you don't expect. It's totally fine. Okay, let me try to fix it. And yeah, it's still kind of broken. Let me fix this. I'll be back. Okay, I fixed it and it works pretty well. Although it won't go up there. So how can you exactly fix that? I'm thinking about making it ice, so it slides. Now ice is a very cool material as it'll make push blocks slide. And that's a very useful thing in the long run. So let's get a fading part. Let's copy it from over here. And as we can see, we can just elevate it a little bit. So when it's in its default position, it will slide back when it's activating the push block. Now how can we bring it up? Now there's several ways to do this, but I think the coolest way is to use conveyors again. Now we can actually do something very cool by making a little hidden slot where the push block can extend to, and then it'll activate a button here instead. Now this is the fundamentals of making a very complex door, as it can get like a hidden like activation system right there. So what can we put here? Well, I'm gonna put a button here. So what button? Perhaps, yeah, there. Okay, let's do this. Just like that. If it ever pushes back, it'll activate something. Let's make it a visible, let's say 3. Don't show a timer. Push block activated. Okay, so we did that, and it should activate the button. So now what? Now we're gonna put a conveyor which literally launches it up. So let's do that quickly. So what will happen to the door after I do that? Well, nothing exactly will happen until I remove this cap. And then I'll make this invisible and link it to this button right here. Let's see what happens. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's confirm. Let's see what happens here. So the conveyor doesn't do anything. Well, why doesn't it do anything? That's because it's, instead of pushing it up, it actually displaces its area. Look what happens when I'm on here. Let's activate the button. Now let me reset this. There, look. Doesn't do much of anything. Now, there is a few ways to combat this by simply just tilting it, and I think it'll work just like that. Now, it doesn't go very far. And I think I need a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. So let me do that quickly. And yeah, look, it's going up. This is a little bit promising, but I think we can do a little bit better. So what if we put another one? Another one. Just like that. Now this will appear and it'll cause a little bit of confusion to the player because they have no idea what's going on. But it'll work. And just like that, we created a door. Now we need to maintain this and make it a little bit nicer. So we're gonna make this a force field and make it white. Force field is the hardest one to see out of the bunch. So let's do that. And when we activate it this time, it's a force field. And now there's another problem. We can't exactly see it. So what we can do is make it really small and put it on the side. Just like that. And this is what's fun about making doors. It's a challenge, like actually challenging. It might seem really easy, but it's hard. And that's fine. Challenges are great for you as a person to develop and sort of that sort of thing. And just like that, it just pops up open. Now, it is of course, you know, a little bit crooked, and it just will kind of break like that. So we need to put a little bit of chamber up here. Now putting a chamber up here is very important, as it allows us to do some things. We can put another contraption here which will reset it. Now using respawn parts won't make that smooth sliding effect, but it'll work. But we can, however, actually get that smooth sliding effect we want. See, we can use buttons. How did that... Okay, let's not ask questions. Like that. Okay, so it slides up, and we're gonna put a button up here. Just like that. And it'll be similar to this button, so we can just copy that over. And we're gonna use the same technique of just hiding it up here. And after you hit the button, it will cause this to appear, which will push it back to its original state. And yeah, that'll work. Of course, it won't exactly be perfect, but what can you do? Just like that. And it will light false. Out of that, confirm that. Just like that. Confirm. And then we have to... Okay, I'm always stepping on the thing. Okay. Let's fix it, I guess. It's really broken. That's quite upsetting. Now another problem is that this is ice. Ice can be nice. Sometimes it just won't cooperate. That's not great. So at the moment we're facing an issue where it will just not. So we can put it up there instead. I think that'll work now. Okay. Yeah, maybe this conveyor is a little bit too fast. Yeah, this can take a while to edit. That's fine. Get content out whenever you can. And yeah, you just created a door, and yeah, you can put a little bit more tweaks on this, but for now I'm not gonna do that. Maybe we can like get a little bit better of a tilt with a little bit more accuracy. We can edit the thing over here to activate this as well. I think it's pretty much done and dusted. It works pretty well, and yeah, of course you can work on the design to make it better. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah. Also, I got monetized yesterday, so I should be by now I should have earned around $4 from this channel. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But yeah, it is a pretty nice way to earn money. Now there's actually, let me just tell you a little about YouTube. Here's some 3 tips. Make a series. A series will put you on schedule, and it's a way to make content whenever you don't know what to make. I see Devoun making this. He has a Piggy meme review, he has a Roblox meme review, he has a suggestion review. He has a lot of series, and whenever he doesn't know what to do, he just makes that content. Now having too many series will make it a little bit repetitive, as now people know what they're going to expect. That may be a good thing, but it'll keep the same viewers in the same place, and so it's a very hard way to grow, but it's a stable way to grow. Next, if you think that you can't do YouTube, then look at other people's stories. It took them several years. Now, you might not want to take several years to make YouTube, so I also suggest making memes. People love memes. Those get a lot of views. And yeah, that's what I did, and yeah, I'll make another meme probably later this month. I'm kind of dried out of making those. But in general, YouTube is a pretty fun way to live. And lastly, you can be controversial, it's absolutely fine, but don't make people hate you. You can bring up an argument which people may not like, but don't make people don't like you. Like, don't be an absolute bad person. Just be someone who has an opinion, who has something different than anyone else, and that's as far on the line you can get. Other than that, that's all I'm gonna say. And bye.